The war ends today. That is fixed. Precisely how is up for grabs. How about a version of today where none of you die? To be honest, I don't see you have much of a choice. Either you hand over control of the superweapon to me, or you all die because time ran out. As dire an assessment of the situation as that is, those are the only options, are they not? So, will you let me try to save you all?
We've discussed your offer. Put it to the vote. We understand the risks, but the benefits outweigh them considerably. We got this far through trust, between the United Worlds, and we shall extend that trust to you, Master. We agree. Do what you have to do.
Then what about everyone else? Harper, Shard, Jeanne, Fivehalf, Bess? My friends, what do you say? I hope you don't find this disrespectful, Solomon. I know your word carries much weight here, but so should the thought of every soldier on the front line.
I understand. Speak freely, all.
If what you say is true, and it means that I don't have to touch another gun, then yes.
Science has always directed me, so it's only right it does so again.
This way, I get to see my family again. Yes, I agree.
What I saw in Ulara, I never want that to happen again. Yes, Master. Help us end the Yporene Vanguard.
Bess, you're being uncharacteristically quiet.
I was so sure. Perhaps we'll never know what the doctor meant. This is your world. It should be your choice. I will help however I can.
Then it's settled. I guess there's no time like the present. Isn't every day you sacrifice the trans-dimensional stability of your ship to convert it into the deadliest weapon known to the galaxy? But there you go. So, who wants to help turn my TARDIS into the most powerful vessel in the universe? It isn't going to be simple integrating the superweapon into my TARDIS, and vice versa. We're donating a little temporal energy to ensure your success in this war. A mutual transference.
It has to go both ways. Like trust.
Well, yes, I suppose so. You could look at it like that.
So how will this process work? You say they're going to become one thing. Does that mean our superweapon will merge with your time ship, and we'll lose our only defense?
You won't be losing your defenses, Solomon. I'm not going anywhere until the Vanguard has been dealt with.
I think he's also asking about what happens afterwards. Whether Elder Hawk becomes vulnerable to attack when you do eventually leave, and presumably take the weapon with you.
Ah, I see. There will be a merging of sorts, but not as drastic as you think. My TARDIS will extend the Dondran Vault through a plethora of moments in time, considerably lowering the time needed to fully integrate the charge. My ship will split itself across millions of milliseconds, which it was never designed to do. This will irreparably fracture the time core, which will leak an electronic poison and corrupt many of my ship's complex systems. Repairs will take who knows how long, and then we'll need to regrow the damaged substrata. My ship will become an echo of itself, but it'll be worth it, to save the day.
And what of the superweapon?
Physically, that will stay where it is, and you'll have to deal with the other systems yourselves. But I expect Fivehalf here will be able to solve anything that beautiful monstrosity throws at her.
So would I be right in thinking your TARDIS will feed each second of the Dondran Vault back into real time, so it will be fully charged sooner and ready to use while continually expanding?
I knew you had an impressive brain. And as we extend it gradually, it'll be able to update the charging at the same rate it expands. You'll save precious hours.
Ours is what we need. So what's the first step?
I assume for this hybridization process to work, you'll need us down there, at the coalface, so to speak.
Precisely. I'll fetch a cable from my ship.
Is it that simple? Do we just need to plug it in and let it happen?
That would be convenient, wouldn't it? No, Shard. That's merely the beginning. It will enable the transference.
Assuming the cable holds.
I suspect Gallifreyan wiring will cope with the trans-temporal energies, as that's what it was designed for. Have faith, Fivehalf. Now, I need you to lower the shielding around the Dondran Vault. And you, Shard, do you think you can isolate the base code of the genetic material in a demon key?
I'm sure I can manage.
I'll happily walk you through it if necessary. Let's go.
You really think it'll work?
You saw inside his ship. Of course it'll work.
I think that his TARDIS changing appearance is noteworthy.
It looks like a statue of the four of us. The platoon's, well, the Dondran's only survivors. What of it?
The doctor once told me his craft was modelled after a police box from the 1960s, whatever that might be. He said it needed to be based on something in existence, and that he liked the colour and shape.
So the Master's TARDIS looks like a real statue.
But from when? The past or the future? And why did someone sculpt such a thing?
In celebration, surely. What could the alternative be?
It simply struck me that it more than resembled a memorial. Is that not how you would like to be remembered by your people? As valiant heroes?
That's exactly what we are. I'm going to help the Master.
Bess, you seem different. In all that time we spent together, you were so much more direct than this. Now it seems like you're avoiding speaking what's on your mind.
I only want you to think, Harper, about what I said and who might be listening. Keep an open mind, Harper.
Bess, I'm very glad I met you.
Likewise. Go on, the others will wonder what is delaying you. And down to the super weapon they go. Is this the right thing to do? Will someone tell me, please? I don't know if I'm ready to make this sort of decision alone.
They're so big. I've never seen one in the flesh before.
A memory arch. They're quite ominous, aren't they?
I wonder if the rumors are true about what happens if you fail the Archer's memory scan. Some people think it just denies you entry, but I heard whispers it burns a hole in your mind, takes some of your memories as a punishment.
You really think it could do that?
We have nothing to worry about. We've seen enough of the Yporene Vanguard. If only it could take the memories away.
So, who wants to go first?
It should be me. Come on, let's get this done.
I thought I'd find you in here. I must say, the hidden door on the back of the statue. This place reminds me of a priest hole. Almost as if you don't want anyone to know this wondrous craft existed.
The chameleon arch is a disguising technique after all. You were tempted to try sneaking into the superweapon chamber?
Through the memory arches we both knew would reject me. I know my place.
By my side, stood with the man who will soon hold all the power.
You don't have to do it alone. We could keep each other in check. Because presently those memory arches are the only barrier between you and ultimate power, and as much as I trust you, surely the universe would be a safer place if there were another safeguard in place when the superweapon and your ship are one in the same?
That's a kind offer, but it's unnecessary, and it could never be forever. You're human and I'm, well, so much more than that. I'll outlive you by eons. You'll have to rely on your trust, and put the doctor's lies out of your mind. And look at it go! Absolutely delightful. Listen to that hum. How exciting. Keep an eye on everything. Make sure nothing explodes. I'm going to tell the others how well things are going.
Now how does this thing work? Looks like the doctor's console, so if this controls the door, then 2 steps to the right, this is the power bank. All the readings come through here, but these can't be right. These numbers are rising, they all are. Like the power's only going in one direction. And unless he disabled the bells, why are no alarms going off? I thought this was supposed to be a danger to his TARDIS.
You should see it. The superweapon is glowing. Checking the readings, were we? Picked up some rudimentary knowledge of time machines from the doctor, eh? All looking nice and healthy?
Yes, but you said this process would corrupt your TARDIS. I don't see any signs of that, or any other problems. Look at these readings. Subspace propulsion, diloric calibration, avid disk phase scanner, they're all improving.
But of course they are.
You said there would be poison, irreparable damage. That was what you insinuated. I thought there would be a period of, how to put it?
Pain and destruction? Do you think the roundels would fly off the wall in some dramatic explosion? Or one of the console panels would burst open?
Perhaps something akin to that, yes.
My dear Bess, as bright as you are, and you most certainly are that, you've misunderstood. There will be some, shall we say, discomfort, but not yet. First, my TARDIS grows, gathers strength. See that reading there? It measures the security of the temporal link. Look how the numbers are fluctuating. It's splitting the Dondran Vault up into its constituent moments.
If you say so.
Are you saying you don't believe me?
I'm saying I understand you as much as I understand the Doctor, and you're both clearly smarter than I am. Or you like to think you are.
What was that, my dear?
Look, on the scanner. Why is the super weapon doing that?
It looks like it's pulsing because that's exactly what it's doing. It's just the natural next step. No need to fret.
I'll go check on the others. See how they're getting on.
Yes, you do that. I'll monitor things from here. Everything is going to plan.
Nya, can't get me in here.
A higher
mere being seeking sanctuary in an airlock. You do understand that with a press of one button, we could expel you into space.
You could, but I've tampered with the inner door, and it was already in a dodgy state to begin with. The seal won't hold. Open the outer door, and the only thing between you and the darkness of space will buckle, collapse, and whoosh. Fancy a swim among the stars with me?
Then the inner door will be destroyed. Trooper G3K8-7 will break it down.
Well, yes, I suppose you could do that.
The only course of action is to surrender. You know you cannot run any further.
There must be a way out that doesn't leave me in your dastardly clutches.
You are alone. Our scanners indicate no assistance is forthcoming.
Can't knock your observational skills.
I begin to doubt your tactical worth. No one thinks you are worth saving. You are cowering in a locked room. On reflection, your value is tangible. We do not need a creature like you. Traverse, return to the mothership. We will blow what remains of this wrecked ship apart, unless you have anything you can offer us.
All right, I'm coming out. There's no need to shoot, I surrender. I mean, you know what me putting my hands in the air means, right? You didn't need me to—
I will decide when to fire, when this ends.
Oh, okay, because this ain't over. I'm not done. I can't be. Can't let you leave yet. Need to buy them more time. So if you don't want any handy hints, what about some jolly jokes, rambunctious rhymes, wonderful wackiness? Ah! You shot me. What was that for?
You were shot to secure your silence. I sense you are used to your verbiage working as a defense. It means nothing to me.
Doesn't cut the mustard, I see.
You have two shoulders. If you do not cease your prattling, there will be a hole in the other. Do you understand?
You think I won't fall for your little trick? Speak and I break the rules, don't speak and I don't answer you? Well, I'll tell you something, Il Capitano. I don't give up that easily. You can shoot me all you like, and I don't doubt for a second that such a thought has already gone through your mind. And I'm equally sure you know of my race's ability to regenerate, so you could keep shooting me to your puny heart's content. But really, what difference would that make? Because it won't kill what really matters, my spirit. It won't stop me from standing up against the likes of you across every galaxy there is. Ah! Does it make you feel strong? Are you proud of yourself? Because I'm still standing, and if you hadn't shot me twice, I'd give you a rendition that would put Elton John himself to shame. The only difference now is that you've angered me, and I'll tell you this for free. That's never a good idea. Next time you get a chance, go chat to the Centaurans or the Cybermen. See what I do to them when they infuriate me with their pain and their suffering, all the wars and bloodshed. I have single-handedly wiped thousands of them out of existence, oh Captain, my Captain, and most of them didn't even singe my coattails, let alone have the audacity to— Ah!
This is fascinating. I have never seen a creature so set on talking. Does the sound of your own voice please you this much? You are the only life form of note. If you do not have the key, it is already left.
Did you think this fool could never win? Well, look at me. I'm a-comin' back again.
The next shot will destroy your vocal cords. The following one will end your life.
Then what have I got to lose, eh? The threats you made were meant to cut me down, but they haven't worked. How embarrassing. Aren't you meant to be some super soldier, and yet you can't even kill me? Bang, bang, bang goes the gun, and yet here I am. Still here, still fighting the good fight, still standing up against evil, just a whole lot madder than before. So tell me, my Yporene friend, do you want to know what I'm capable of when I'm truly angry?
Was that a demonstration?
Did I just destroy that other asteroid with my mind? Why, yes I did. You lot only value weapons of mass destruction. Well, chaps, you're looking at one.
What just happened? Why did it fire like that? Did something go wrong?
No, shush.
Can you hear me down there? What just happened?
Looks like one of the circuits shorted. Must have accidentally triggered the firing mechanism. Looks like it, destroyed one of the asteroids in the Doffna Belt. A tiny one on the very edge. We should have this back up and running shortly.
And, are you all okay?
Yep, we're fine. No harm done.
Good. Let me know when the superweapon is back at optimal level.
5-1/2, what's going on?
Something isn't right. The superweapon is behaving strangely, and some of these readings are highly erratic.
Surely that's to do with the Master's TARDIS. The science required to make a craft like that is beyond our capabilities. So that must account for peculiar readings.
That's what I thought initially, but the way the power is fluctuating, that can't be right. Our weapon is breaking itself apart, being drained of all energy, not charging. It's as if it's feeding itself on an atomic level through the cable, into the TARDIS. I ran some diagnostic tests. You can see the results on your screens.
No, there must be a mistake.
That's what I thought. So I used this Kelleron crystal to boost the system enough to try to fight back. It activated the firing protocol before the drain shattered it.
And what did destroying some inconsequential asteroid achieve?
It bought me time to erect a firewall that'll prevent any further power loss.
You suspect the Master, don't you?
That's what the science is telling me. I just don't know why.
But the Master was our only hope.
Maybe. But you can't ignore the data. Something is wrong, and if we don't stop it, we lose the war.
We should have listened to Bess. I need to find her.
Psst! Harper! Over here! Good thing you spotted me when you did. I thought I'd have to start shouting to get your attention. Come through the arch!
Bess, are you okay?
Not at all.
I think the Master's
up to something. You remember how dark it was in his TARDIS? Now, it's as if it's glowing with power. It doesn't sit right with me.
We've walked into a trap. He's trying to steal the superweapon from under our noses, isn't he?
Which is precisely what the Doctor was trying to warn us about.
It's our fault. We were blinded by hope. You were the one speaking sense. We just wanted to believe the Master would save us.
He needed to get us on his side. We were so close to heading back, and he couldn't let us do that. He can't get through those memory arches, remember? He needed you to gain access.
The control banks. One of them exploded. John's on the floor. I've got to help.
Please be okay. Please. I cannot lose you, not any of you. All I want, all I can ask for is your continued survival. My friends, you who have done all in your power to keep me alive, I pray for you now. I would give my own life in place of yours if I could. Shard! Where are you going? What about Jan?
I'm going to fetch some medical supplies, clean John's cuts. He's okay. 5-1/2 was trying to locate the source of the power drain, wanted to be sure if it was intentional. It fought back, but no major damage that we can see.
I'm sorry, Shard.
It's not your fault. He's watching us, isn't he? I don't want to believe the Master's working against us, but I don't see much of an alternative. He must have played us.
It's not too late to act.
But what should we do? Solomon thinks he's the solution to the war. There's no way our superiors will agree to anything that goes against the Master.
He's a master manipulator, if you'll forgive the wordplay. He had us completely fooled. I have a plan, but we'll need all of us. And you can't tell Solomon. He'll only try to stop us. We need to get 5-1/2 into his TARDIS to look over the systems from there and see what he's really doing.
But if he's doing anything dodgy, he won't let 5-1/2 anywhere near his ship.
Of course he won't. That's why, Shard, we aren't going to give him a choice. And if we're wrong, we look utterly foolish. But one must not let pride rule our decisions. No, this is what we shall do.
You claim to be almighty, yet we require further evidence.
Did you not see what I did? Is that not enough?
That would be poor logic, Time Lord. Once may be coincidence or luck, but twice that will suggest there is truth to your words.
You want me to get mad and destroy another asteroid? Simples.
No. A greater display of your prowess is desired. Destroy the planet Eldohawk, or you will be killed. These are the only options. Hesitate any longer and be executed.
Guess this is it. The end of the road. I sincerely hope I've done enough and bought you lot the time you need. Bess, I'm so sorry I let you down. Then again, what are you doing here?
Vanguard scum! Have a piece of this!
Get back! All of you, get back! I'm more than happy to shoot all of you down!
We borrowed these guns from a world that won't exist for centuries yet. Their firepower will burn through your armor.
One day we'll be rid of you monsters. I fight for that day.
Return fire!
Doctor! You're still alive.
I didn't know you cared.
These weapons are powerful. Complete a tactical withdrawal. All troopers, maintain fire. But save the doctor for me.
I can't believe it. They're retreating.
We can't let them get away, though. If they leave the Doffna Belt yet...
John, Shard, check the mess room. 5 off with me. We'll check the airlocks. Then, we head outside.
What about Bess and the Master? What happened to them?
Go into the TARDIS, Doctor. You'll get your answers in there.
We'll take it from here.
Thank you, Doctor, for holding the line while we were away. You've saved us all.
Anytime, Harper. Looks different in here. Did you redecorate in the past hour? I don't like it. Looks very gunmetal gray. Emphasis on the gun. Ah, Bess, are you okay?
Better than you look, for sure.
That's what happens when you try to take on an army on your own. I'm lucky to be only battered and bruised.
You'll need some new clothes too. They're wrecked.
I could sew up some of the rips, or put patches over them. Reckon I could pull off a Technicolor dream coat? Oh wait, this is too perfect. How's it feel, Master, being tied up and left in the corner of your own TARDIS? Because it looks hilarious.
I gagged him before we left Elderhawk.
No blindfold, though? Look into my eyes. You are under my spell. You will cluck like a chicken.
I think he tried to hypnotize us, but it was mostly gesturing with his eyebrows. Harper tied him up. The rest of us held him down.
Please tell me you filmed that.
We rushed him. Didn't give him a chance to react.
Very wise. So, how did you get here, Bess?
The fast return switch. Admittedly, it is one of the only controls I know. That and opening the doors.
Well done. I'm proud of you. Not for the betrayal and abandonment, obviously. For turning up in the nick of time. I was about to be executed, and then I heard that beautiful sound, that good old wheezing, groaning warp. Thanks for the save. Now, I want answers.
To what exactly? The meaning of life, perhaps? Because that Douglas Adams chap was only a few decimal places out?
Oh, this'll get us nowhere. Actually, maybe we should find something more heavy-duty than this rag. Seen any duct tape lying about?
How do you intend to get any answers if he can't speak? Because I might have a few suggestions. You see, I figured out most of it, with the platoon's help, since you weren't forthcoming. Doctor, you could have told me the truth about the platoon. Do you truly think I do not understand the significance of maintaining history yet? You took me to meet Boudica. We couldn't interfere then.
But that was your past, not your future, and you knew what would happen before you met her. You had already befriended those soldiers. How would you have reacted if I had told you they were doomed to die, Oh, okay, Doctor, that's fine. Let's go. I think not.
Perhaps you're right, but you could have shown me the decency to explain the situation. I might not have liked it, but I would have accepted it. And you, Master, you despicable deceiver. It is good we halted your plan before it was too late.
Kudos to you, Bess. Your intellect has never failed to impress, though apologies because I am a bit behind, what with being shot to pieces by mutant reptiles while stuck on an asteroid belt. So, who would like to tell me what happened to this TARDIS? Because parts of it look rejuvenated, like it just spent the last millennia at an upmarket spa. But then other bits, why are half of these controls unresponsive? Ah, I see. Probably something to do with the underside of the console being burnt up. All sorts of circuits destroyed, wires frayed. Let's try this again. Now, what made you do all of this? Short version, please.
Believe it or not, I wanted to help. I befriended a race of time-sensitive squids called the Halitrax. Cannibalized my TARDIS to create their temporal harness and focus their powers. I tried to help the Halitrax. Got them to the point of fulfilling their potential. But would the Time Lords let me? Of course not. Their agents came skulking out of the shadows, the Celestial Intervention Agency, the most corrupt institution ever to exist. Then the President lectured me about indiscretions when she herself had intervened. hypocrite.
The usual, then. Been some poor race to your nefarious will, yet still surprised when someone stopped you, so you got a slap on your wrists and they undid all your damage.
The Doctor in his great ego believes only he has the right to interfere. Nothing changes with you. After the CIA muddled things up, the Halitrax were nothing again, just swimming through the vortex. No, they were less than that. I checked. Their lives became meaningless. The Time Lords made sure nothing became of them. Any slight hint of being more than just space squid was squashed. The High Council might have disagreed with what I did, but that didn't give them the right to punish the Halitrax. I showed them kindness, built them up, just like you've done to the humans so many times, and the Time Lords couldn't have that. Our people are far too cruel sometimes. It breaks my heart. They wiped everyone's memories except mine. I'm the only person who remembers how happy they were when the vortex was fully at their disposal. The squeaks of joy at discovering trans-temporal travel. All of it gone. Wiped from the annals of time.
Are you trying to force a tear? You think crying will work on me?
Where's your compassion?
It ran out for you a long time ago, so what comes next in your little sob story?
I broke free from the Time Lord's prison planet, found my broken TARDIS and made my escape to the asteroid. I recognized the platoon immediately. Those four rather famous faces. And with the Yporene Vanguard hot on their tails, I realized I could make a difference here.
And mess with the established course of events? Way to stick it to the High Council and purloin the superweapon. Two birds, one rather nasty stone.
I could save their lives, make history better. Merging my TARDIS with the superweapon would mean the platoon wouldn't have to make the ultimate sacrifice. Besides, if it hadn't been for me, they'd never have gotten the Demon Key to Eldahawk. I made a positive difference, but I knew they needed help. They were the only way through the memory arch. I just needed to convince them I was on their side.
Why not resort to your usual trick of hypnotism?
My mesmeric influence would have been nullified by the memory arch, so any mental trickery would have backfired. Besides, I didn't need it. I figured I'd show them the same kindness I showed the Halitrax. Hope they'd see my intentions for what they really were. I could have made such a difference with that superweapon.
Killed billions and billions.
Of course you assume I wouldn't give them a chance. Show the Daleks, the Ice Warriors, the Dominators and their quarks what I have. Tell them to stop their murderous ways. Only actually use it in the direst of situations.
I don't need you to lie about what you wanted the superweapon for. I know who you are, down to the core, and it sickens me. Goodbye, Master. I hope you never darken my door again.
Wish all you like, Doctor. I know it's coming for you.
Keep firing!
These enemy soldiers have caused enough trouble. They will all be wiped out. Bring me their heads.
There are too many of them. More and more every minute.
Where are they coming from?
Shad, we're here for you, Shad.
They're summoning more from their mothership. Our guns might be working, but we're outnumbered. They're going to overwhelm us and... Wait, where's Shad? Shad!
Shad, we love you, Shad. You belong with us.
I'm coming. I'll be safe with you.
Those things! The Melpomene! They've got Shad!
No! Shad!
We love you, Shad. We will always love you.
Not as much as we do.
Shad, can you hear me?
John?
We've got two enemies here, and the Melpomene are already in our heads.
How do we keep fighting?
We have to. We have to buy them time.
The generator is still here. I'm sure I can rig it to blow again.
Do it! As quick as you can. We'll cover you.
Troopers, the enemies have gathered here. Concentrate your fire.
Almost there.
Ah!
Got them!
No! Harper, you okay?
My arm! I can barely feel it!
They got the generator too. I don't know if I
We
can...
need to move now. I killed one of them. They'll be coming for us and...
You go on. Get Harper and Shard somewhere safe. I'm sure I can sort this. Trust me and go.
5-Half, we're here for you.
Yeah, I bet you are. I know what you want, and you aren't getting it.
We can keep you safe, 5-Half. We can protect you from the Yporene Vanguard.
Only to kill me yourself. Fat chance.
We've already taken out a number of their troopers, 5-Half. You will be safe.
He won't win. That shot damaged the delay fuse. But I can blow the generator manually
We did all we could to put things right. 5-half stopped the drain, threw the systems into reverse, and supercharged the super weapon. It was working brilliantly until the wire blew. We got most of the power back, but some residual amount was left here, in the Master's TARDIS. The super weapon will be ready in a matter of minutes, but the Vanguard have missiles that can destroy the whole planet. The platoon are keeping them busy, just as history wanted. A sacrifice that had to be made to save all of those other worlds. And that rested on my shoulders. I will carry it for the rest of my life.
You did the right thing, Bess. Now it's time we left. We both know you'll easily free yourself. It's what I've done to your console I'd worry about. You ever flown into null coordinates? All of my teachers said it was an impossibility, and that has made me so curious to find out what happens. Do let me know, won't you? Ciao!
You could have been a good man, Master. Would that have been so hard? We have to do something.
What? Do you want to join the platoon? Because that's an option, Bess. We can stand with them in their fight if you truly want that.
But look at you. You're covered in dirt and blood. Whose is it?
Some from the Vanguard, some from the Melpomene, and probably some of my own too. That's war, though. I stayed with the best of intentions to do the right thing, yet I'm still leaving here with blood on my hands.
If I chose to stay, would you really let me?
You already know the answer to that.
That's the TARDIS! Your TARDIS!
I sent her away, and now I brought her back. Come on, Bess, get inside. I've put your life at risk far too much as it is. We can't risk another moment.
Jan! No!
There's nothing you can do for him now. He's gone. I'm sorry.
They were my friends. Do you understand that? I promised them.
You think I haven't lost people I care about too? I get why you're angry. Really, I do. But can we do this inside? Please?
I'm responsible. It's my fault.
You didn't pull the trigger. You didn't kill them. You were a leader, and a mighty fine one at that.
But I brought them here. The Master was right. My hands aren't clean. Shard!
Do you want to die? No, thought not. Because deep down you know today isn't our day. The universe has a lot more in store for you, Bess. I can't let you stay. The trouble I'd get in, take my hand. Come with me. They will never be forgotten. I swear.
Looks like I'm the last man standing.
Not for any longer. You fought well. Your death will be swift.
I hope yours isn't.
Brave words for a dead man. Troopers of the Yporene Vanguard, return to the mothership. We advance to Eldahawk. To victory!
Radar indicates Eldahawk will be in range of Vanguard missiles in 2 minutes. Come on, it's now or never. It's ready. This is it. We are become death, destroyer of worlds. Fire the super weapon. Eradicate the Yporene Vanguard. End the war.
Ready the missiles. Eldahawk is to be destroyed.
Yes, Captain.
What is this? Why am I fading? This cannot be!
Scan for life signs. The captain's been taken. Wait. The rest of the bridge crew. Where have they gone? Must fire the missiles before I... No! No, my claw! No!
Do you want to know what happened next?
I would like a moment to mourn the deaths of my friends.
Of course. Sorry.
How are the platoon remembered?
As the best examples of sentient life. They battled the gravest odds for a better future.
And no one knows we were there?
Solomon never wrote of you or the Master. Only the 4 of them.
We left him a note explaining everything. Harper didn't want him to think they had deserted their posts. He was a good man. It was an honor to stand with them, even for so short a time. Knowing they're remembered for their sacrifice almost makes it worthwhile. Don't you think?
I'm not sure that's my place to say.
It's what I want. To hear you say it was worth it.
But you don't always get to hear the things you want, Bess. Surely today has taught you that. Life is full of rough decisions. Yours will be, more than most, and you cannot surround yourself with people who pander to your ego, fluff it when you're feeling less than perfect. You need to hear the truth. That super weapon the United Worlds developed worked exactly as they hoped. Every member of the Yporene Vanguard was killed, snatched out of the universe. I dread to think how painful it is to fade away like that. The United Worlds had a perfect genocide device on their hands. The saving grace is that theirs were the right hands. They knew it could not be allowed to exist. They destroyed it immediately afterwards, reduced it to its constituent atoms, did the same to the plans, wiped the minds of anyone who knew how to put it together, but they never forgot. Solomon was the one who pressed the button, and it broke him. Sure, he believed it was the right thing to do, didn't question that for the rest of his life, but it changed him. It changed them all. Their history from that moment on was founded on a desire to promote pacifism, so no other race would know the horror of wiping another out completely.
I presume our travels have to end now, after turning my back on you, siding with your enemy?
I know you never trusted me fully, but this was a step too far, don't you think?
I wonder who the true hero is, because the more I think about it, the clearer it becomes that peace only came as a consequence of the Master's actions. If we had done what you wanted, history would have been changed. The war only ended because the Master took the platoon to Elderhawk. They got the cog, the Endymion key, to Solomon. They finished the superweapon. His TARDIS boosted the charge, meaning they could fire it in time. Had you succeeded in stopping them leaving that asteroid, the Yporene Vanguard would have won. When the Master is around, do you really know what side you're on? Or is it simply the one opposing him? Oh, I see. We've come back to Woodstock. At least it's better than the tower.
Back to where all this started, roughly speaking at any rate. They'll still be out searching for you in the woods. Imagine Sir Henry's surprise to find you here in your room as if you never left. I'm sure you'll devise an excuse for Joan's disappearance.
I have to ask, why did you let me come with you?
You mean why whisk you off into time and space when I could have just taken you home? If you can call this place home, why don't you answer your own question? Tell me what you think.
I think you saw an opportunity to mold my character.
I thought it would be good for you to have your horizons broaden, your eyes open, that sort of thing. Show you what I saw in you. You're a survivor, Bess. Never forget that.
You always knew, didn't you?
Knew what? How to do the Rubik's Cube on the console? Honestly, it took me a couple centuries to figure it out. Very aggravating.
I mean, you knew who I am. How long? Because when we met, you didn't say anything. Didn't even blink. You acted as if I was just another person.
Well, that's how you wanted me to treat you, right? Like you aren't. You know.
You can say it.
Good Queen Bess has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Is that how I'll be known? How much longer do I have to stay at Woodstock? How long will my sister Mary keep me here? Can you tell me that?
Not much longer, I expect. We're exactly when I wanted. 1555, springtime.
So the throne of England will soon be mine?
No more spoilers. You'll have to wait and see. We can't skip ahead. You'll have to take the long route to becoming the first Elizabeth to rule over these lands.
I will see you again, won't I?
You're right. You'll see me again. I'll be sure to pop round at your coronation. I'll try to do it in this body, but I can't make any promises. Now, I think I've given you enough sneak peeks at the future. Be strong, Bess. I have faith in you.
Good Queen Bess. Perhaps my disguise wasn't as thorough as I'd hoped. I should prepare to face Sir Bedingfield and see if the Doctor was right about our landing time, no longer as Bess, but as myself, Elizabeth Tudor. And if what the Doctor says about my coronation is true, which I must hope it is, then I shall act as the future demands, like I will one day become Queen Elizabeth I.